Shalom. This is Sincere Milk of Yahweh Sat, Lion's Den. I camp out with Lion Den Ben Yeshuada in Jacksonville, Florida. And first I'd like to say a prayer to the Father, to the Son, to the elders, to the Archiums, and to the women and children. Kal, Halayim, La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Bahashem, Ha, Rokak, Rodash, Mahamath, in the name of Yahweh Shai, in spirit, holy, and in truth. Double honors to the elders of GMS. Double honors to my elder Hawam. Salutation to the Archims who are on the four corners of the earth in sincerity and truth. And to the women and children, Shalom. I'm going to play a little bit of this video. It's called The Dark World of Mega Churches, okay? Here we go.
Catholic, but I wouldn't really describe myself as religious today. I had never heard of things like mega churches or televangelism or the prosperity gospel. That was until I stumbled across an infamous interview.
How are you, sir? We'd just like to ask you about why you don't want to fly commercial.
You've got this journalist that is confronting this guy called Kenneth Copeland.
You said that you don't like to fly commercial because you don't want to get into a tube with a bunch of demons. Do you really believe that human beings are demons?
No, I do not. And don't you ever say I did. Get in a long tube with a bunch of demons. We wrestle not.
Okay, I'll leave it right there because it's too long. You're going to have to, YouTube it yourself. The title of my lesson is called False Christ and False Prophets, right? We have churches, these are mega churches, right? Making in the millions or billions. But we also have small churches that might have like maybe 200 or less congregations, right? And still stealing money from the so-called Negros Latinos, Native Americans, and speckled birds. I'd like to go to Matthew chapter 24, verse 24. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets. So I'm going to fix that. And shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Okay? If it was possible. But it will not happen, okay? Because it's not allowed, okay, from Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai for them to even do that to the elect. The elects, whoever those are, I hope I'm one of them and my camp as well. When they be called, right, to that, the 144,000 chosen elect and given the new spiritual body, then lo and behold, it's time to put things back in order, right? I like to go to 2 Thessalonians. Give me a minute over here. It's amazing that with all this information that you can get today in the internet, which it won't be too long, they're going to turn off the unicorn. We call it the unicorn. They're going to shut it off because too much information is coming out that the so-called Negros, Latinos, Native Americans, and speckled birds are still going to these corporation churches, right? This to show you how wicked they are. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 9. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders, right? And that's going on a lot, right? I mean, it's amazing how grown-ups, right, so-called Negros Latinos, Native Americans, and speckled birds, are believing all the crap that these corporation churches are saying, right? And giving not only their money, if they have a house or land, giving their land as well. It's crazy, but hey, that's because Yahweh Shai is doing that to them, okay? It's in his power he controls everything through Yahweh. Deuteronomy chapter 13. Let me go to Deuteronomy. Give me a minute. Deuteronomy 13, verse 1, 2, 3. If there arise among you a prophet or a dreamer of dreams, and giving thee a sign or a wonder, verse 2, and the signs or the wonder comes to pass. Wherefore he speaks unto thee, saying, let us go after other gods, oh boy, which thou hast not known, and let us serve them. Well, they did a good job on that, right? Because a lot of you so-called Negros Latinos, Native American speckled birds, you're chasing rabbits that lay eggs. That's crazy, right? Grown-ups chasing rabbits that lay eggs. Wow. Verse 3. Thou shalt not hearken unto the words of the prophet, or that dreamer of dreams. For Yahweh your God proves you to know whether you love Yahweh your God with all your heart, with all your soul. Now, heart is talking about your mind, right? If you're going to be receiving and accepting the truth that only through Yahweh Shai you receive, you get, okay? Not from these false prophets. I'm going to jump one more to verse 4. Ye shall walk after Yahweh your God, and fear him, and keep his commandments, and obey his voice, and you shall serve him. Oh, what happened here? And cling unto him. Right? Now, you can't say you don't understand that. Well, you can, Slakia, because it's not given to you, you know? But it's like when you're married, right? And your wife has shown herself, proved herself, has been consistent in being untruthful to you, right? And all you want to do is keep lying. Well, Yahweh Shai keeps track of all that. And if you're doing it bad, wicked, and evil, he's going to kick your ass. Deuteronomy chapter 6. Okay, give me a minute. Chapter 6. Moving on to chapter 6, verse 5. And thou shalt love Yahweh thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. Okay, I mean, that's making it sure. That's a checkmate. There's no way that you can say, well, I didn't know, okay, unless you turn your head, you know, you're stiff neck, or you have bitterness right in you that you're attracted to wickedness, and he's going to know it, because we can't hide nothing from him to begin with. Matthew 22. Give me a minute. Matthew 22. Chapter 22, verse 37, all the way to 39. 22, where am I? Oh, right here. 37. 39. Okay. Verse 37. Yahweh said unto him, thou said love. Slakia. Yahweh said unto him, thou shalt love Yahweh thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. Verse 38. This is the first and great commandment. Verse 39. And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Right? And who's our neighbor? It sure is not the Edomites. Okay? It's the so-called Negros Latinos, Native Americans, and speckled birds. So when we go out there in the highways and byways as a living sacrifice, calling you to come back and to wake up, that is love. We're showing you love, right? We're telling you in the name of Yahweh Shai, we're speaking in truth from Scripture, right? And we're prophesizing from Scripture. What happened in the past is happening in the present, right? To wake up and get ready, because things are getting closer every day. Did I go? Give me a minute. Okay, and give me a minute. Let me look where I'm at here. In verse 39, and the second is like unto it, thou shalt love thy neighbor. I already read that. Slakia. I can move on. I'm moving to Mark chapter 12. Mark, oh no, it's like a 13 verse 22. Give me a minute while I go there. You know, this kind of money that these mega churches or any incorporated church makes is tax free, right? And they don't give you anything. They keep it all for themselves. Chapter 13, verse 22, and that is Mark. No, that is. Oh. Yep, I went this way. Give me a minute. I'm glad I paid. Yeah, I wish I woke me up to that. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. 13. Right. We're getting there. We're getting there. 13, 22. Here we go. Verse 22. For false Christ and false prophet shall rise and shall show signs and wonders to seduce, if it were possible, even the elect. Okay? I mean, they are getting so desperate like they did in the past, right? They're recording everything that we say when we make our YouTubes as well, right? To use it against us when they take us into the courts, right? And they'll remove what they want and put what they want, right? And they'll twist it and turn and say, no, you're saying this, you mean this, that you're going to do this, right? Because that's how fearful they are becoming, right? The prophets are being fulfilled. Luke 21. Luke chapter 21, verse 8 and 9. And he said, take heed that ye be not deceived, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and time draws near. Go ye not therefore after them. Okay? So, if Yahweh Shai is not working with you, if he's not courting you, yeah, you're going to be deceived, you know, because of your wickedness to begin with in your heart. He keeps track of all the sins we did in the past and in the present and judge us accordingly. Okay? Did I go to verse 9? But when ye shall hear of war and motions, be not terrified. For these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. It's not yet, okay? But it's getting there. It's moving pretty fast. Revelation chapter 6. Give me Revelation. Give me a minute. Chapter 6, verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red. Ooh, red. That's be the Edomite. And the power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. Well, they're doing a great job on that, right? And that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. Right? That was a blessing, right? That Esau, right? Jacob's brother received, right? The sword, the weapons, right? That they're having now. All kinds of weapons, right? And they're very happy and very prideful and proud that they can now conquer not only the whole world, but the universe, right? And even fight Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai with the angels and with the 144,000 chosen elect. Yep. They're so brave that they're going to be, the majority of them are going to be hiding in the bunkers. That's how brave they are. John chapter 7. Give me a minute. John chapter 7, verse 38. He that believes on me, as the scripture has said, out of thy belly shall flow river of living water, right? Of what? Of truth, right? From in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? But these fake prophets, right? They're not calling in the name of Yahweh Shai. Okay, these are Edomites anyway to begin with. They're not supposed to be even touching our book. That's how wicked, right, and greedy they are. Look at his face. He looks like a demon anyway. Ezekiel chapter 22. Give me a minute while I turn my pages to Ezekiel. I'm working on it. Chapter 22, verse 26. Her priests have violated my law and have profaned my holy things. They have put no difference between the holy and profane, neither have they shown difference between the unclean and the clean, have hid their eyes from my Sabbath, and I profane among them. Right? Profane or relating or devoted to that which is not secret or biblical, secular, rather than religious. Right? So when I look at these mega churches anyway, in a way they are worshiping their false gods, because there's a lot of Edomites, right? But you see also 2/3, right, so-called Negros, Latinos, Americans, and speckled birds in those mega churches, right? Not caring, right, that they're in a wicked incorporated whoremonger church. Okay? I mean, they can look it up in YouTube, right? They went to college, they're smart, but Yahweh has them blind, right? Going to Malachi chapter 2, verse 8. But ye are depart out of the way. Ye hate, cause many to stumble at the law. Ye have corrupted the covenant of Levi, said Yahweh of hosts. Okay? Now, it doesn't mean that we can do all 613 laws. We do what we can to the best of our ability, because we're living in this kingdom of hell, which is not ours, right? In this economic system, and also on this, what they call corrupted Gregorian calendar as well, right? Hey, what happened there? Slakia. Huh. All right. I'm going to leave it with Deuteronomy 18. And I can't play because then it'll take my minutes. Deuteronomy 18, verse 20, all the way to 22. But the prophets which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet shall die. Okay? And it's not going to be pretty, because you don't know when the time comes that he's going to decide to take you out, you false prophets, right? Or how he's going to do it. He might just let you live your long life and enjoy it, and all of a sudden, when those missiles that are aiming to America and get burned or get sapped by those so-called UFOs when they're chariots. But whichever way it's going to come, you're going to get hit, okay? He already has your number. Verse 21, and if thou say in thy heart, how shall we know the words which Yahweh has not spoken? See, they're trying to be slick, because they want to see how they can control the energy of words, right? But they cannot control Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai. He picks and chooses who he wants to give truth to. That's the beauty. So he controls all things. Always has and always will. Verse 22, when a prophet speaks in the name of Yahweh, if the things follow not, nor come to pass, that is the thing which Yahweh hates, has not spoken, but the prophet has spoken it presumptuously. Thou shalt not be afraid of him, right? But you see a lot of so-called Negros Latinos, Americans, and speckled birds, fearing these Edomites when they should be fearing Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai, right? The creator, not the creature. Okay? I hope that this was edifying, and with that I'll say Shalom.